New York Giants on the road at the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers are 10-point favorites across the board here, a total of 43. This has come down off of 10.5. I think 11s even were popping just for a little bit. Support for the Giants did come in, and then some even more support for the Giants has come in because the Chargers are dealing with a COVID situation and then a COVID exposure situation in which Keenan Allen was put on the COVID list. And with that, Mike Williams was also put on the COVID list, but his was due to exposure to Keenan Allen. So there are their top two wide receivers, both questionable. Chris Harris, one of their better corners, also put on the COVID list due to exposure to Keenan Allen as well. So that is what the Chargers are dealing with here. Now, the Giants, on the other hand, are dealing with something completely different, and that's the fact that they might have to start Jake Fromm at quarterback. So there is that, who they signed a week and a half ago to come in because Mike Glennon is dealing with a concussion issue. So all kinds of question marks in this one. That said, Brad, you do have a bet in your account on this one.
Yeah, I took a little bit of Giants plus 10. Last I saw, it looked like Glennon would play. I think Judge said he could be activated Friday, which is obviously better than Jake Fromm. Then there's the questions about the LA receivers. And then the other big thing I thought was the spot. Thursday Night Football next week is Chiefs and Chargers, which is basically for the AFC West. So I think it's very, very likely that the Chargers are going to be looking ahead to that game instead of, as a 10-point home favourite against the lowly Giants. And then the last thing I thought potentially made the number too big was the New York Giants defense has been playing a lot better. They're up to 8th in pass defense DVOA. They've held down some solid teams recently, the likes of the Chiefs, even the Eagles are a decent offense, and they've been playing well. So I think 10 points in a game where the Chargers may not have their top two weapons and probably not focusing on the game anyway, I thought that was worth a bet.
Stephen, I saw the thing about Joe Judge saying that he was optimistic about Glennon clearing, but then they also went and signed Clayton Thorson as a quarterback, who they also went and signed as well.
That's a real person, apparently.
Yes, Clayton Thorson. So there's that. So, they did have to go sign another quarterback because they're not all that confident, I guess, that he's going to be able to clear. The other thing that just worries me about this one back in the Giants, and since I won't have a bet on this, Godspeed to you out there, Brad. Listen, looks like, Kadarius Toney didn't practice again. Kenny Golladay didn't practice again. Sterling Shepard was extremely limited. There's just all kinds of, I don't know how they move the ball, right? It's almost to the point where it feels like the Chargers could score 17 and still cover the 10 in this one, the way things are going. So just a sit back and watch for me. Do you have an angle on this one at all?
Here's my strategy on it. I bet it at plus 10 with this COVID news for the Chargers. I need Mike Glennon to play. I am anticipating Keenan Allen is out. It was a positive test. He could get a couple negative tests because he is vaccinated, but we haven't really seen that. It's just the timeline's too quick for most of these guys to get those negative tests. I do think Chris Harris and Mike Williams are going to play. They were high-risk close contacts, so they have to be 5 days symptom-free and get negative tests to return. They haven't tested positive, so I do think there's a high chance that both of them do play and can get cleared by Saturday. If that's the case, I'm out of this bet too. I bet this at one of those books that's pretty liberal with their cash-out options, and if the things don't go my way with the Chargers COVID situation, then I'm just going to cash out and get my full stake back. But that's kind of where I'm at with this. I will also note one more thing. Austin Eckler was limited Wednesday with an ankle injury. He's going to play, but it doesn't seem like he's at 100% at this point.